Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Cooking with Alina. So by seeing the title, you guys already know what I'm bringing to your kitchen today. Now if you and your special someone like Indian food, then this is a perfect recipe for a weekend date night. It comes together in no time and you can get this meal prepared in a jiffy. So without wasting any time, let me take you over through the ingredients so that we can get started with the recipe. So I've taken 500 grams of boneless chicken pieces, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, a teaspoon of Garam Masala powder, 2 teaspoons of red chilli powder, 2 teaspoons of Coriander powder, a teaspoon of Turmeric powder, some yogurt, like around 2 tablespoons of it, oil according to your choice, a teaspoon of Cumin Seeds. These are around 4 roughly chopped tomatoes. I've soaked cashews and raisins in some warm water, 1 medium-sized onion that I've roughly chopped, and some kasuri methi. So those are the ingredients you need for the chicken tikka masala. Let's go ahead with the recipe now. So I'm going to use half of the ginger garlic paste for the marination, that's around 1 tablespoon of it, and I'm going to use the rest for the curry. So I'm going to put this aside now. A teaspoon of some turmeric powder, a teaspoon of some garam masala powder, 1 tablespoon of some coriander powder. Depending on the spice, you can add the chilli powder. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of it because I like it spicy. And around 2 to 3 tablespoons of yogurt. This is homemade yogurt. I'm going to add in around a tablespoon of vegetable oil for the marination. All the ingredients well with the chicken. Some salt to taste and mix it all in well. So all the ingredients are mixed well with the chicken. Now I'm going to leave this aside and let this marinate for an hour or two. A minimum of 1 hour is what we are looking at. So while the chicken is marinating, let's make the base for the curry. So into a pan, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of some vegetable oil. So into the oil, I'm going to add in 2 pieces of cinnamon stick and around 2 to 3 cloves. A teaspoon of some cumin seeds, 1 roughly chopped onion, I don't want the onion to get brown. I just want it to cook down, so I'm going to add in a little salt to speed up the process. So the onions have softened a bit and now I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Just saute it till the raw flavor goes away. To this now I'm going to add 4 roughly chopped tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of coriander seed powder, 1.5 teaspoon of some red chilli powder. I'm using Kashmiri red chilli powder here for the color. I've soaked a handful of some cashew nuts and raisins, like around 5 to 6 raisins, that's it, not much, because I don't want it to be sweet, but I want the the tartness from the tomatoes to go away. Just mix this all in well. Once you've mixed that, just add in some salt. Add in a little water, not too much, just like 1/4 cup of it. Give it a good mix. So once you mix it well, just let the tomatoes simmer for around 5 to 10 minutes or till they become nice and soft. I'm just going to shut the lid now and let this cook till the tomatoes are well done. So while the base for the gravy is getting ready, I'll go ahead and cook the chicken in an oven. I'm going to bake it for around 20 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade. I already kept my oven for preheat. So I lined my baking tray with aluminium foil. So I'm going to go ahead now and arrange the chicken pieces in the baking tray and bake this in the oven for 20 minutes. So I've lined all the pieces of chicken. I'm just going to cover it with some more aluminium foil and just prick in a few holes so that the steam escapes. So the chicken is ready to go into the oven for 20 minutes at 200 degrees centigrade. Now after 20 minutes, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the cover of like this aluminium cover and just put it on the top rack at grill mode or broil mode for around 5 to 6 minutes. So first let me show you what it looks like after 20 minutes, then we'll go ahead and grill it for 5 minutes. So the chicken has baked in the oven for 20 minutes and this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to drizzle a very tiny bit of oil, like olive oil on it. Tiny bit, not much, like a teaspoon of it. And now I'm going to grill this in the oven. I'm going to put it on broil mode and grill it for 5 minutes. Now every oven is different. So 3 to 5 minutes is what we're looking at. Just have a look at it after 3 minutes. If you think it's charred enough, then remove it out of the oven. Otherwise, let it go on to 5 minutes and not more than that. So the tomatoes have been cooking for around 10 minutes now. And it's beautifully done. I added a little more water so that it doesn't, like the tomatoes can cook easily. Now at this stage, I'm going to turn off the flame. I'm going to add in a little bit of kasuri methi, say around 2 teaspoons of it. I'm going to cover it with a lid and let's cool down till it's completely cooled down, and then I'll transfer this into a mixie and blend it into a fine paste. I have kept the chicken for on broil mode for around 5 minutes and this is what it looks like. Now let's go ahead and get done with the curry. So I'm just going to add in a teaspoon of some desi ghee into a pan. So once the ghee melts, I'm going to add in the tomato, onion and the paste that we made just now. Just to thin it out, I'm going to add in a little bit of water. So once you mix it out well, at this stage just check for seasoning, and if you think you need to add a little more salt, just add in some salt to taste. I'm going to add in some fresh cream. Mix it in well. Once you mix it well with the cream, I'm now going to add in the chicken pieces. Now mix in the pieces well with the gravy and let this simmer for 5 minutes. This won't take time because everything is cooked, well cooked, and it just needs to absorb the flavor from the gravy. So just let this simmer for 5 minutes. After that, we are going to garnish this with coriander and remove this into a serving bowl. So it's been simmering for 5 minutes and I'm going to turn off the flame, add in some coriander leaves, a little more fresh cream. Isn't this recipe perfect for a weekend date night? You can serve this along with some jeera rice or any pulao of your choice, or actually even any Indian bread, and you will have an amazing meal ready in no time. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'll see you guys next week with another new recipe. Until then, bye.